name is Theron. Your family and friends may have called me Tef, and that would be me. I am the class president to be delivering the response this evening, but I first wanted to thank you, Professor Fowler, for that wonderful speech on challenging the profession. You have had an incredible impact on every one of us, an impact that has shaped us into being nurses that you will be proud of. Professor Fowler, there is no doubt in my mind that this class is going to meet your challenge head on. In talking with my peers, I know that this class is going to do amazing things in the years to come. Within this class, there will be many nurses who go on to earn their BSN and MSN, and nurses who become midwives, nurse anesthetists, nurse practitioners, writers, and even future nursing instructors. On behalf of the class of 2012, please accept this gift of appreciation from all of us. I have just a short speech that I have been able to prepare. Just kidding. It's a little longer than that one. Fourscore and 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent nation conceived in liberty, and that's not my speech either. Brandon, you're responsible for that. Fantastic. This is great back here. Thank you, everybody, for attending this. This is a very special and important day for the 40 of us that are here. 2 years ago, we began as strangers in undertaking the challenge the instructors who were teaching us to develop us into nurses. Our instructors met the challenge head on and brought us to our pinning ceremony, signifying our completion of the formal education portion of our training. Now, 38 of us friends stand here today ready to take what we have learned to hospitals, research studies, clinics, doctors' offices, and beyond to challenge the profession of nursing. We have had it pounded into our heads over and over that nursing is the most trusted profession in the world, and it is we who now pick up that nursing torch to ensure the profession remains the same. The one unwavering responsibility we have heard from day one is that as nurses, it is our responsibility to first ensure that we are advocates for our patients. Second, ensure our patients receive the most appropriate care. And third, perform our duty in a caring and compassionate way to anyone who is placed under our care. Our duty to challenge the profession, as Professor Fowler discussed, is about us using the skills and lessons we have spent the last 2 years learning and incorporate them into positions we hold in the years to come. In this class are people of all ages and backgrounds. We have some who started this program just out of high school, and others like me who have had not right out of high school. And we have had a lifelong dream of making it to this point. And with hard work, dedication, and determination, we are here this evening as we realize our dreams have come true. Even though we come from different backgrounds with different experiences, the one thing we have in common is that we were called to this profession. The profession of registered nursing is not typically one that is entered by someone who does not feel the calling to enter it. An RN has to deal with fluids and solids that come from every natural and unnatural opening on a person's body. And we have to do it with a smile. It is not natural for a person to be willing to be exposed to the things a nurse is exposed to on a daily basis, unless at some point in their lives they have felt the calling to join that profession. The people you see here today represent the newest group of people to respond to that call, and we are only one little test away from being able to add RN to the end of our names. My passion is pediatrics and critical care. It's my hope to find an opportunity to challenge the profession in one of those areas following graduation. I have known long before getting into a nursing program what my contribution to challenging the profession would be, and now that I'm on the precipice, I'm happy to share that I'm going to happily emulate Dr. Patch Adams by continuing altruism as his motivation to provide something of value to the people he comes in contact with. Patch Adams says that he wants, as a doctor, to say it does matter to your health to be happy, and happiness may be the most important factor in your health. If I, as a nurse, can have even a portion of the impact Dr. Adams has been able to have on the people he has helped, my dream of being a nurse and the struggles I have endured to become one will be worthwhile and fulfilling. The second person who has inspired me in patient interactions is my mom. She too is an RN and still works as a nurse, patient advocate, and teacher. She is, in my humble opinion, the best nurse ever. She has been my biggest cheerleader and has provided invaluable assistance that without it I would not be here today. When you meet a nurse, tell them thank you. Tell them you appreciate them. My friends, when you gain employment in this industry, try and identify a nurse who holds similar beliefs as you and ask them to be your mentor. I am very fortunate in that regard because I already have found my nursing mentor. So I say to you, Mom, thank you. I'd like to take a few moments and recognize the instructors that molded us into the professional nurses you see before you, because without them, none of us would be here today. As I call your name, please stand so we may recognize and thank you. Nikki Chummel. Marian Duncan. Shirley Glass. Donna Howard. Those names I just read off were the instructors that had to put up with us and teach us at our clinical sites. And sometimes they had to become a little creative when dealing with the clinical sites. The classroom instructors we had in our program: Rhonda Emerson, Cindy Fowler, Rhonda Hansen, Lydia Maximus, Grace Collins, and Jeanette Kingston. There's three new instructors that came into our program that I'd just like to welcome and say it's not too late to run. Dr. Leach, Michelle Connors, and Michelle Pierce. There's another person that without all of this, it would not have happened, and I consider her the MVP of the nursing department, Rachel Calderon. Because I have something for you. I heard that. There's nothing scary. Thanks, man. To my friends, I say to you, congratulations, we've made it. We have completed this program and developed lifelong friendships and a bond with one another that will keep us in contact as we take on Professor Fowler's challenge to us to challenge the nursing profession. In closing, I would like to say some not-so-famous words of the late, great comedian Rodney Dangerfield, which seems so apropos considering the dealings with excrement that we'll have in our not-too-distant future. Watch out for number one, and you all are number one. And don't step in number two. Peace out. Hong Kong. You're good.
One again.